Well, hey, folks, it's good to see you. Hope everybody's doing good tonight and excited to talk to y'all. I actually go live on the channel without having an emergency. So let's see who we got joining us and then we'll get into it. So, Spooky Appalachia, it's good to see you, Jimmy. Thanks so much for coming in, brother. And Miss Janet, it's good to see you. Thanks so much for coming in. I appreciate it. Miss Rachel, it's good to see you. Thank you so much for coming in. Always good to have you. And as the rest of them come in, we'll highlight them, let them know we appreciate them. So, uh, kind of excited. A little change is coming to the channel here. And we'll kind of get into that tonight and crossover paranormal society. Jonathan, it's good to see you. Thank you so much for coming in. Mighty good to see you. And John Petticourt, it's good to see you. Thank you so much for coming in. Welcome. Appreciate everybody coming in. Things have been hectic at my end, and I guess that's kind of the little bit of tonight's little channel update, but I think I'm gonna enjoy it, and so will y'all. Yeah, I'm mad. No, I'm not mad. Never ever mad. But I'll turn the camera on here. Y'all have to prepare yourself. But let's see here. Flying Squirrel, it's good to see you. Thank you so much for coming in. Welcome. And I kind of created my own little corner here for my own live stream now. I got some pretty cool stuff behind me that's got a lot of history, and I'll kind of tell some of that in a little bit. But Flying Squirrel's also mad. That's funny. But like I said, it's mighty good to see everybody tonight, and I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but sometimes it's just hard to make the 2 videos a week. Not that they're long or anything like that, but I just, between work and my dad's health's been going down recently. His memory and stuff's he's hard to remembering things. And in January, I turned oh wow, dang, that's an honor. Turned Andy Griffith off. Hello, Bud Files. It's good to see you. Thank you so much for coming. Welcome. But in January, he had 2 pretty rough things go on. December, of course, he had the DKA event, and then when he came home, he kind of forgot. He's used to taking a certain medicine a certain way, and the doctor gave him a new medicine, and he forgot that he'd taken it. He ended up taking too much and overdosing on insulin, which is not good. And luckily, I was on the phone with him, when all this went on. So I rushed over there and got him took care of, got him settled down, and everything was going good for a couple of weeks. And then he come over by last week, and he kind of almost fell through my front door. I'm like, what's wrong with you? And he said, I don't know. There's something going on with my heater. And he just had bought himself a brand new 5-burner propane heater for his house. and apparently he hadn't figured out how to use it yet, and he had pretty much almost had like a propane leak, and it almost got him. Luckily, we got it fixed. We found out what was going on, got that fixed, and so having to deal with all that kind of takes me away from being able to work on videos and things. And welcome in, May. It's good to see you. Thank you so much for coming. Mighty good to see you. Yeah, and don't make Aunt B mad because she won't make you no good food. So that comes to the change. It's nothing drastic. Instead of doing the 2 videos, I plan on not this coming week, but the week after, we're going to do our video on Saturday, 1 video on Saturday a week, and Wednesday night at 6 o'clock, we'll go live. And we'll just do a live stream a week instead of a video. So we can bring the lives into the channel here, and we can dig into some old stories or some interesting history or whatever. We get some submitted stories, we'll read them, and we'll come up with some topic anyway. What will the lives be on there? And so like I say, so Wednesday night at 6 o'clock live, and Saturday a video. That's what. Hello, Miss Marion. It's good to see you. Thank you so much. Oh, let's see. Arthur Peterson, welcome in. It's good to see you. Thanks so much for coming. It's mighty good to see you. And yeah, we're going to do some stories and all kind of stuff. Experiences, I've had and any kind of people's had, and just maybe something that I would put into a video. I can actually just sit here and we can talk about it and discuss it. I can read you my script basically instead of putting it in a video form. I mean, it's just going to be all kinds of fun, I believe, and that way I don't have to, because the way it's been going lately, like I'm literally getting the videos done 15 minutes before they go live. So it's, between all of that work and of course my daughter's health, my dad's health, when you're getting stretched thin, when you're getting stretched thin. So, but I absolutely love the history. I love the channel, and this is not going anywhere. We just going to change everything a little bit. And Jonathan, good to hear that you're doing better. And I'm glad that we're learning things because that's what it's about. When you're discussing the history of this long, Appalachia's going away, and when we talk about it, we're preserving it one story at a time. Jared and Spooky Appalachia, Keeping Appalachia, and the Appalachian Storyteller, and O'Donnell Laws, and Tipper over at Celebrating Appalachia. That's what all these channels are about, is preserving our history. And that way everybody around the world can hear stories about this amazing place, whether it be heartwarming or sometimes creepy, like old Jimmy's Black-Eyed Children story there that he put out earlier. Boy, that was something else. So we have some of the neatest people with their own language, some of the best cooking, best music, but then on the other end of the coin, we have some strange things go on here in the mountains, and we also include that, which, if y'all notice, quite a bit of my stuff is that. Uh, yeah, John, that Taco Bell one was crazy too. Absolutely. Someone just sent him another black eye. Wow, that's cool. That's really awesome. Looking forward to that one being made into a video. But that there's so many strange things that go on, and talking about those and discussing it, we may all come up with an explanation for it. Sometimes we can't, but uh, I know a lot of folks are. A lot of folks, they want me to make some longer videos and things, but here's the thing about those longer videos. I have this website that I'm getting the topics from. Their firsthand accounts of, strange occurrences, and the website covers all 50 states. And of course, I'm usually just using the states that lie in Appalachia some of the legends or whatever, they're only 3 or 4 sentences long, and you can only make uh, a certain amount of video with just 3 or 4 sentences. So that's kind of the reason why they're between 5 and 10 minutes long, is because some of these stories that I'm finding are not documented. You can't find any much about it other than the few experiences that they've had. So and that's kind of where my videos are coming from, as I'm digging in and finding maybe a certain topic, and I look online and I research some of the history, and I pull some of the stories and I pull the history and put them together and make a video out of it. So, and it's some very interesting stuff. And I've been digging recently, and I've even found, it seems that there's stories on that website from across the pond too. So, real neat stuff. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I do. Well, hi, Miss Jana. It's good to see you. Thank you so much for coming in. Mighty, mighty good to see you. And thank you, Miss Marion. We sure do appreciate it. But I wanted to kind of, this channel is so much about Appalachian history. I actually have some right here. Some of this comes from the Ozark Mountains, but there's nothing more than Appalachia than an old shotgun, which this is just a toy. It's just a prop, little kid's gun, but that's looks a lot similar to what the mountain men would have used. And a part of our heritage is building things, and you can't build stuff without tools. That's this old jack plane. It's not old; it's actually new. But this has actually made quite a few things, because this is my personal old plane here, and our forefathers. You always seen them with an old pipe in their mouth, and I wanted to include that on my little display here. But this is actually one that I personally made myself out of old cedar wood. And some of these things up here, they date back pretty early. This is a Dasco Farrier's nipper from the Dasco company, and this dates back to the early 1920s. And they used these to take care of their horses' hoofs, to make sure they weren't overgrown, because a major part of Appalachian farms, it was all horse. Everything was powered by the horse, so you had to take care of them. And well, that's cool. She has some of these herself. That her husband, that's special. Actually knowing where they came from, and thank you for that. It's mighty appreciated. And this one it has no name or date or anything like that, but part of old Appalachian histories, they kept their cattle and stuff fenced in to keep them from getting out, keeping critters from getting into them, and they use quite often building them fences. They use something like this. This is an old pair of solid cast iron fencing pliers. It has the hammer and the cutter and everything. These were used every day. And of course, some of these are my own tools here, the pair of vice grips and pliers, but this one is the most special to me. Appalachian folks, they didn't always have the money just to, run to the store. They had to make their own tools. Well, this particular wrench, I don't know if y'all can see it, but it's stamped with the ICRR, and this was hand forged by a mechanic in the Illinois Central Railroad system back, I believe it was in the late 1800s. This was handmade, and this was used a lot. You can see just by how worn it is. And I even have the tag on it where I got it. It says Illinois Central Railroad right on there. And this holds a special place for me because my mother was born in Illinois. She was born in Pekin, Illinois. And what better backdrop is some of these old things that come from our history. Now, this box, I'll take it down. This is one of my personal creations that I hand whittled the handles and made the lid. But one of the most important things of Appalachia is our old forefathers and their medicine, mountain medicine. And that's exactly what this is for, is it's full of dried plants. Some of my personal things that I've dug, this one's a yarrow that I get every year, and I gather some up, and dandelion root. I have a collection of so many different plants. This one's full of yellow root powder, and just all sorts of different things in this little box that, they have medicinal uses, like the plantain leaf. It looks like just a simple weed out in the yard, but it's used. It has useful things, you can do with it to help you survive and help you get over illnesses and things. Our forefathers didn't just have doctors to run to, they had the doctor themselves quite often, or they had the granny doctors, and those old granny doctors, they knew the mountains, and quite often they learned how to use the plants, and they learned that from the Indians, Native Americans. And I have so many books on herbal remedies that it'll surprise you. Quite often they all say the same thing, but it's often good to compare notes. And if you ever decide that you would like to use plants as a medicine, uh, of course consult your doctor first, because they know modern medicine. It's an amazing thing, and they can tell you, hey, this may cause this or this may not do that. You know what I mean? So I always recommend, you getting with your doctor before you do things like that. But it's just this little shelf behind me. It really reminds me of. Let's see, Miss Marion. Well, thank you so much for coming. We appreciate you coming in. Hopefully, you have a good night. It's mighty good seeing you again. But like I say, this little display behind me reminds me so much of our heritage, because our medicines. And I didn't even say hello to Miss Debbie. Welcome in. It's good to see you. Thanks so much for coming in. I apologize I didn't see you, but our old guns here to that's how they supplied food for their family and protected their livestock and animals and family from so many different things. And our craftiness of our Appalachian Four people. And welcome, Miss Marianne. It's good to see you. Thank you so much for coming in. See you in late April. Road trip to the Appalachians. Well, I hope you enjoy every minute of that. Doctors nowadays haven't got a clue. Right? They don't. You are right on that. They don't have a clue of some of the old remedies. You are right. And to me, only drawback of modern medicine is they don't cure the problem, they just treat it. And that's the difference between old mountain medicine. You didn't have to keep taking this and that and this and that. It was cured 100%. Between old mountain medicine and the faith healers. And let's see. Welcome in, Randall. It's good to see you, brother. Hopefully you're doing good. You and the missus and the family. Good to see you. And hello, Miss Shirley. It's mighty good to see you as well. I apologize for not catching you when you come in, but I really, really do appreciate it. Welcome in, everybody. It's good to see every one of y'all. So, I actually have a few more things. I have this I'm going to add up there. This is actually from this is from the Lodge Company. I'm going to put it right in here somewhere. And this is something else I'm actually working on. I hand forged this little hook loop thing, and this horse is actually old brass that came out of my wife's grandpa's house that burnt. And what I'm going to do is put me an old lantern on here and then put a little shelf here, and it's going to be right there in that empty space. And somewhere in my house, I have no idea about where it's at. I'm going to have to find it. But I have a cross that I made out of, my dad had an old wrench that was his, and then I took one of mine and put ours together and made a cross. And it'll be up here when I find it. But let's see. Miss Debbie says, I found a hound puppy. Needs to work with a family with a yard. Love him enough to get him a good home. Well, that's mighty, mighty kind of you. Autumn loves doing that, taking dogs in and rehome them, but sometimes they don't get rehomed. Doctors care about pushing them pills and they cut all profits, right? It says, my prayers go out to you. My mom has to mention it's hard. Keep strong. Yeah, we do. We keep strong. And I appreciate, the prayers and everything. That's how we get through our day, And I had another announcement to make. This next week, tomorrow and Saturday, there will not be any videos this week. American Foxhound. Well, that's cool. Yeah, there's not going to be any videos this week because me, Autumn, and Hope are going to be going on a much needed vacation. So we're going to take, I don't know, 3 or 4 days and go off and just have some good old family time and relax and film a few videos for her channel, and maybe I'll find a few stories to share with y'all along the way. Maybe some history that I know some of my early videos I did the history of Fort Morgan. I'm gonna try to go there, hopefully. Maybe we'll find some more things, but so like I say, this next week there won't be any content out, but when we come back the following Saturday, we'll have y'all a good video ready, and then we'll start our live streams the following Wednesday. And we'll get into, I don't know, maybe some old stories my dad told me, or I can pull out some of my, I have a stack of books this thick that I've written story after story after story of these videos that I've been covering. We can dig a few of them out and go over them, or just whatever. We'll get into something anyway. Just have a good old time. And thank you, Randall. I surely appreciate it. And thank you there, Shirley. Appreciate that. And surely it's difficult, but strong and loving enough, right? I agree. You just learn how to deal with it. And I feel like on my end, we got a new doctor for my dad, and things like, a team with me, that I'm not just by myself now. So I think we'll get him squared away and everything will be just fine. We just have faith that it will be, and we'll take it day to time, and that's just how it is. And I know that it's absolutely hard to run 2 channels and deal with my daughter's illnesses and my dad's illnesses and all that stuff, but we managing. Sometimes we just need a break away, and that's what the vacation is. We're just going to take a few days and let our mind rest and have a good time doing it. And I had something else I wanted to bring up too. I'll show y'all this. I'm a member of the Arbor Day Foundation, and I don't know, it's probably a month ago or something. Whoops, I dropped that. Sorry, guys. I donated, a little bit of money to them, kind of help my membership and all that, that you do every year. And I purchased 10 trees to be planted in the forest of America, Appalachia, wherever they're going to put them at. Let me read this right quick. Did you ever do the video with a bear guarding the grave of a woman? No, I don't think I've ever heard of that. I don't believe so. Or I've forgotten it, one of the two. But, and those 10 trees that I planted, they sent me back a card to go for each tree that I planted. And it says, in your honor, a tree is being planted in one of America's forests. And I have planted, of course, Myers Tells of Appalachia. We got one of our trees is planted in the memory of our channel, and of course, Myers Paranormal as well. Oh, okay. No, see, I hadn't. I try not to do, which here lately it's getting impossible to do stories without one that somebody else has covered. Uh, because YouTube seems to not like it when I do that. Everybody else can, but I can't. But it's just what it is. But I planted one of those trees, of course, in my daughter's honor. With her diabetes and everything, and my mother passed away 8 or 9 years ago, and I planted one in her honor. And two of my friends that I've lost in the last year or two planted them in their honor. And then I think I have three other trees that I have planted, and I sent the cards out for them, and you guys may be finding out who they went to pretty soon, I hope. One I just got in the mail the other day, and then another one I sent out seems like yesterday. And you guys will get the little update on those channels, hopefully. Let's see. Right, you're right. I can make any video I like, but it seems like they're beginning to get more strict. If there's a story that's been covered 1,000 times, like Bigfoot, they don't want any more Bigfoot stories. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of like some of these videos I've been doing lately. That's why they're so small, because they're not very documented. And like I say, it's kind of hard to make a video longer than 4 or 5 minutes, 8 minutes long when you only have 3 or 4 little sentences about it. But we try to put the history that we can research and the stories together and make those videos, and add all the historical photos that we can find and add with it. And of course, we have to edit each photo that we use so that it's not the same as what's out there, so that we don't get copyright or whatever. But I enjoy getting to come on here and talk with y'all and share Appalachia. And I'm not sure if I'll do some stories on our next live, or we'll come up with something. Who knows? Who knows what we'll get into? But we'll sure get into something. Hopefully, it's not a mess. But here in 27 minutes, Jared's going to be going live over at Jared King TV, and y'all don't want to miss that. Y'all need to head over there and see what kind of stories he's got. And if y'all have any prayers requested that you need, you can go over there and leave those. And really good praying channel. Everybody prays for each other over there, and good clean fun, and don't have to worry about any ugly language or anything like that. Randall is saying that YouTube is blocking me getting notifications. Sometimes, when you're not able to watch a channel for a little while, whether you're down, you're not able to watch it, or you're just not feeling good, those kind of things, YouTube, sees, they're not watching that as much as they used to. Let's throw that notification out there. And sometimes that's just what happens, and you have to go and make sure the bell's rung. Who knows? YouTube's kind of complicated how it works. And yes, John, I agree. The Wi-Fi in McMinnville is absolutely terrible. And it's nothing on Jared or any of them. It's just the Wi-Fi service there is absolutely terrible. When we went up there, when we usually go up there and film a few videos, it takes hours to get one to upload just because there's not everybody's using it at one time. And I find that the best time to use the internet's late at night because everybody's asleep. They're not streaming, so then you get to use the internet and everybody else is not. So hoping that we can figure out King Fest and go do that. I like going to that. It's fun getting to meet people like we see in the chat quite often, and of course hanging out with Jared and Laura, and a lot of people don't realize there's a lot of history there in McMinnville too. Civil War history. Of course, there's a lot of nature things you can do too, like Rock Island State Park. That was really fun. But the strange law in Tennessee is that you can't film a video without a permit and put it on YouTube. They'll fine you for it. So that's kind of weird, but it is what it is. But I always enjoy going up there to McMinnville and having a good time, fellowshipping with everybody, and some good food, and catching up on old times. And Johnny with Keeping Appalachia was there. We had a good time with him, and of course Jerry and Laura, and then of course, like I said, some of the folks that you see quite often in the chat there. That was so fun. And I do have to say on this live, I really appreciate each and every one of you guys, because seeing, that people are watching the videos, and, I'm taking the time and doing the research and putting the 8 to 10 hours into a video and getting, have people, comment, we enjoyed this, we're learning from it, we appreciate it. It makes it all worthwhile. And, plus, like I say, we're sharing our heritage and keeping the memory of Appalachian, our forefathers, alive. It's just such a treat to be able to do that. And 1,610 subscribers. Who in the world would have ever thought that that many people would be interested in anything I do? It just kind of blows my mind. But like I say, I'm very appreciative to everybody, because without y'all, we wouldn't be able to be as far as we are now. So, like I say, I enjoy the history. I don't know why I love history, but I absolutely love it, and getting to learn things from our past, and getting to share that with you guys. That's just the awesomest thing. Let's see. Autistic Son started his own channel and got him Adobe editing. Do you know if that's any good? I have no idea. I've never used it. Our choice of editing is CapCut. That's just what I've used. A lot of all the editing software is good. When you get to learn how to use it, man, that was awesome. But when we had this stuff going with TikTok, they actually took our CapCut away from us. Man, that right there absolutely drove me insane, because for the last, 3 or 4 years, that's all we've used is CapCut. And this is the first live stream back with the StreamYard again. I like it. It's so much easier to go live on it. I can like you can see down here, the Myers Tells Appalachia. I can click on you guys' name and what you're saying, and like can acknowledge you and show, this is who I'm talking about. I enjoy that. Being able to set the live up before you go live, that helps people know you're going to be going live. So here coming up, we're going to be trying to put some money into the channel a little bit and make sure we have our, it's CAP, C-A-P, cut, C-U-T, CapCut. You can do it on the computer or the phone, which pretty much all my editing is done right here. We do live stream on the laptop, but I do all my editing on the phone. It's just so much easier that way for me to not have to try to move videos and everything to the computer and then try to get it put together and then get it uploaded. I just do it all remotely from my phone. So, and I can flip back and forth, like when I'm looking for a certain photo to go with what I'm talking about. And let's see. I think I saw CapCut with Old Reel. Oh, Reel, yeah. Yep. But CapCut's one of my favorite. When they took it away, we had to find something else. And I think Filmora was the very first one we ever used when Autumn started her very first channel. She used it and liked it, but I just got so used to CapCut, it's hard to relearn it. But let's see. My North Carolina accent, living in Florida, a trip. People don't understand me, and I say this country started with country. And you're right. Absolutely right. Our country started with our Appalachian folks. And Janet asked, how much are Tennessee permits to film and show videos? Those doggone things are $200 a year, and you may not get approved for it. It's up to that. It's to their discretion whether you even get it. You can apply and still not get it. So there's a lot of places, state-owned things, that's where you can't film. Like if you're out, like Rock Island State Park is a state-owned park, you cannot film there. So what I did was took photos and then did a voiceover with that video. But yeah, it's gotten crazy. Tennessee, they're one of the biggest tourist destinations in the United States. With the Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge and Cades Cove, all those different things. They were trying to say that, like myself going and filming in Cades Cove or something like that is causing people to not come, because why would they come here if they can just sit at home and watch a video? But to me, I feel like it promotes it. I see something, I want to go visit that. But it's just so crazy. Differing opinions, I guess, and it's state law. It's not just somebody saying it. It's actual Tennessee state law that you cannot film in any state-owned property, state-owned park at all of any kind. It's just how it is. You just have to roll with it and go visit, not film, I guess. But they won't even let you film in a cemetery if it's on state property. I didn't even know that. Jared actually told me about that. And it says they're losing visitors during the car show. Gas is so high in small tourist towns. And video, yeah. You're right. I agree. To me, the videos are for the folks that can't go. You know, they're homebound. They can't. They want to go see these things, but they can't. Well, that's why we film it, for those type people. And like I say, advertisement. But national parks started doing that. That's right. They want people to come out, but a lot of people can't due to being old. Right. Uh, they're like I say, they're saying that uh, people don't want to come because they can see the videos. But like I say, I feel it's quite the opposite. But luckily, down here in Alabama, it's not like that. You can pretty much film anywhere you want to, I believe. And we do quite often. So, like I say, I'm hoping maybe I'll come across some historic places down while we're gone to make some stories for y'all. Actually, today, of all things, you'd never think, places that you just find random history, but it was time for me to renew my driver's license and my concealed carry permit. Well, when I went in there to the sheriff's office to renew it, they actually have a photograph of every sheriff that has ever been in our county from 18, seemed like it's 28 or 38, all the way till today. And I thought about seeing if I could dig into some of their history. What did they do? What their name was, where they were born, and did anything interesting happen to them? Were they shot? How did they pass? Them different things. Unfortunately, lawmakers did. That's a Senate and House law. That's passed. There's nothing that we could really do about it. But it's getting hard for me to hike my pants up. Right. I try as much as I can to go out to the woods and film because I love the woods. I'd rather be in the woods than anything else. If something gets to bother me, I beg Autumn, we'll go walk in the woods and just find us a quiet place and just listen to the wind blowing through the trees and listen to the little squirrels play. And let's see, I gotta sit in a chair and the puppy wants to jump in my lap, right? That's funny. But anyway, folks, like I say, I appreciate y'all coming out and listen to me, y'all, tonight. And hopefully the coming live streams will, like I say, we'll do Wednesday night at 6 o'clock. And Saturday we'll be doing our videos. And maybe if I catch some extra time, I may throw out a video here and there. And it was, like I say, it was mighty good to see y'all. Appreciate all your prayers. And if y'all don't have anything to do for the rest of the night, go over to Jared King TV and join in his live stream. He's about to start here in about 12 minutes. Y'all enjoy that. And also, Spooky Appalachia just dropped that Black Eyed Kids video. Go check it out. It's pretty creepy. You'll enjoy it. So anyway, guys, thank y'all so much for coming out. Hopefully from now on, our channel just picks up and grows, and hopefully y'all continue to enjoy the videos and hopefully the live streams, something that we all enjoy. So until not this Wednesday, but the next one, I'll see y'all later. Bye, everybody. Let's see.